Hey there!
Hey there!
Welcome.
Happy Tuesday!
Our third episode.
Our
we made it to three. Three episode.
Tuesday
third episode.
for us means Travel Talk Live.
Travel Talk Live is live here in our headquarters in Mooresville, North Carolina. A very beautiful day here. I hope it is beautiful for you and you're part of the country, you're part of the world. And so welcome to another episode. Travel Talk Live is powered by the Global Institute for Travel Entrepreneurs, a company that Meredith founded in 2011. And really our mission is to empower entrepreneurs in travel. And so we launched Travel Talk Live now, and this is, as I said, our third week. We launched Travel Talk Live as really an extension of what we're already doing, but we wanted to really leverage the Facebook Live platform because it enables us to share our message with a larger audience. So for those of you that are watching us and know us, you know I'm Vanessa McGovern.
I'm Meredith Hill.
And welcome again.
Welcome.
And if you don't know us, then we're really looking forward to having you on here and engaging and just kind of getting a sense of what we do at Gift. And we're so grateful for platforms like Facebook Live, right?
Absolutely.
So that we can deliver this message.
My reason for wanting to do Travel Talk Live was because I feel like we do such a good job of getting you guys excited, getting you guys educated, and getting you guys energized when we host our annual event, the Book More Travel Workshop. Mm-hmm. And that's a live in-person event, and it's a lot easier to infuse enthusiasm, infuse energy, infuse excitement, infuse education, and do all of it at the same time in one place. And so I feel like this is a great way for us to extend that throughout the year. We can take ourselves and insert ourselves into your living room or family room or office or car, wherever you are. Maybe it's even on the treadmill.
Yeah, you could be listening to it.
But it's our way of bringing little tidbits or snippets of what we attempt to do every single year at the Book More Travel Workshop. Once a week. So we're here. Our mission with Travel Talk Live is to educate, to energize, and entertain.
For those of you that know us, you know we don't take ourselves so seriously. And we like to have fun.
We do.
We like to wear bright colors.
We do.
We did not plan the matchy today.
No, we didn't.
And we like to laugh and remind you guys to laugh and have fun. We do work in the travel industry, after all, the best industry in the world. And so that's really it. That's our mission. So for those of you joining in on Travel Talk Live, go ahead and leave a comment. Good morning, Renee and Tina. Let us know that you're on. If you're new and you just kind of like stumbled upon this, or for whatever reason you found it, let us know where you're listening in from and introduce yourself. So we'd love to hear from you in the thread. So welcome to another episode of Travel Talk Live. So we're going to dive right into things here.
We've got some good things.
We've got some good things. I'm really excited about our member shout out. So let's start there.
Let's start with our member shout out.
Yes.
Our member shout out is for Belkis Pastor.
Woo-hoo! Of Distinct Vacations.
Way to go, Belkis.
Luxury focused travel boutique business.
She's up in New Jersey, and she is someone who had a part-time corporate job. She's also married and raising some kids at home. 2 very active boys. So she's doing the mom thing, she's doing the working thing, and now she's doing the start your own business from home
entrepreneur thing.
And she started the business 2 or 3 years ago. And the reason why we picked her is because she was at our TESSA retreat, our Travel Entrepreneur Success Academy retreat in at Club Med Punta Cana last week, which was such a beautiful resort.
It was amazing.
Gosh.
So close to the airport.
So
we didn't hear
beautiful.
any planes.
We didn't hear any planes.
And
we
it was amazing.
had such a great time last week.
Really
we
great
were
group.
so spoiled. But anyway, so Belkis was there as a part of this retreat. And in the end, she was a huge source of inspiration for the rest of our TESA members. And the reason why is because she's really gone so far from trying to work this business on a part-time basis. And I saw Belkis when she first started it, and she was very, very like, I need to know the how. I need to know what. I need to know process.
And linear, and I'll do this, and then that, and then this.
And she was so
stuck in her head.
Controlling. Stuck in her head, which results in that you're trying to control everything, and perfection paralysis.
Never works.
And all of it. She wanted the instruction manual. Please. And now fast forward, it's 2 years later. 2 short years.
Yeah.
And she has a fantastic business that's growing. And the reason why she inspired so many people was because she was so clear about who her ideal client is. She makes no apologies for it. And her target market is high-end luxury clients who want to do a lot. She does a ton of FIT to Europe or river cruises. But if you're not willing to spend X amount per night at hotel, you're not willing to stay at 5-star places.
Or it's just so much if you're not willing. If it's just not in your budget.
It's just not in your budget.
That's totally okay.
She's very clear that is not her client. And she has a nice little conversation with them that this is what I do. This is who I serve. I don't think we're aligned in this situation.
But let me refer you to somebody who is, and she sticks to her guns.
When you're ready to do this kind of a trip, I'll be here. And her business is growing.
But she does it in such a way, it's just so neutral.
It's so neutral.
She has no negative emotions. There's no judgment. There's no bias like, oh, well, I only do no.
Exactly.
And a lot of times people come from sort of a little bit like, I'm up here and you're down here in terms of budget kind of mode.
Seeing if anybody else
is. And that's not really true. It's just a matter of who's aligned with you and who isn't.
Exactly.
Right? It's not good or bad. And so many times we see our travel professionals imposing our own judgments and our own preconceived notions, or you feel really guilty and really bad that you can't help that family that only has certain budgets. So Meredith, am I supposed to turn that client away? They've saved for 5 years and I'm just not going to help them because they can't afford it.
They only have $2,000 to spend. Yeah. It's not what I normally do. Should I just turn them away? And the answer is yes.
And do so with love and with a great referral.
Belkis was able to speak out about her experience of doing those kind of turn downs and turn away.
And her business has grown exponentially as well.
Business continues to grow.
She has more time for her family.
She has more time for her. She's able to charge a fee now, and she doesn't apologize for that. And it's not an issue for her.
Just give her so much credit
about it anymore.
Remember one time years ago you were speaking at the Home-Based Agent Forum and you were on stage, on the main stage, and I was in the audience listening to you, and you talked about this concept of turning away business that isn't aligned with your ideal client.
Yes.
And there was this really crotchety man, really grumpy man in the audience that stood up and was like, I've been in business for 20 years and I've never turned down business. And he just stormed out of the auditorium. And I was like, well, and that's why you're cranky. There's nothing wrong but if you're a people pleaser, I mean, you would be of service to your family. If Belkis took every business inquiry that came her way, it would prevent her from really being there for her family at the way that she can be. And then what's the point of owning your own business if you can't? Like, one of the reasons why we all become entrepreneurs is for freedom. So if you don't have the freedom to put your family first, then what's the point?
What's the point? I agree. So shout out to Belkis. Great job. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for being an inspiration to our TESA members.
Huge inspiration.
And thank you for being an inspiration today to lots more people in the gift community.
Yes. Good job, Belkis. Woo, woo, woo.
I would say that
if you were at the meeting and you were inspired by Belkis, give a comment and give a like or a love.
I would say that what the difference between someone like Belkis and why she's having so much success. I mean, that's the thing that we want to reinforce here. What's the benefit of
Right.
doing what she's doing? Well, you attract more of the kind of clients that you really want to work with. She would tell you that the clients that are actually willing to spend a lot more, pay for the 5-star hotels and all the additional services that she gets to do are way easier to work with, more enjoyable to work with, more fulfilling
value
for
her.
And she doesn't have to work as much because she's actually making more per transaction. So she doesn't need to have as many transactions.
Now, why is that so good? It goes into our actual tip of the week. So that was our
What's
member
the difference
shout
between
out.
Belkis and somebody else who is feeling guilty about turning away business,
taking anything and everything,
driving around in that Pinto car, even though their focus is luxury clients. And anyway, so the difference between that and what most of the world is doing is that Belkis is super clear on her target market.
Write that down. She's super clear on your target market.
Her target market.
But target market, circle it.
So that is our business tip
of the week. Get clear on your target market. Be obsessed.
I think, just to take a step back, both Vanessa and I, we went through 2 days of meeting with a room full of travel entrepreneurs, and this is something we do on a regular basis. So we have a perspective that not everybody has in terms of seeing hundreds, if not thousands of businesses and business owners, how they do things and what's working and what's not. And so what is working for Belkis, and we don't see enough people doing this, and if they did, they would be more successful, is that she is super, super clear on who she is here to serve. And that is, her target market is the kind of person that is going to pay an accountant to file their tax return and do their taxes. She is working with the kind of person that might be doing a home renovation and is calling a home renovation designer for help, and hiring someone to manage and project manage the whole thing. She is working with someone who is already in the habit of hiring a professional.
Yes.
There values.
And if there's people out there listening that don't understand that, there are large segments of the population who hire professionals.
Absolutely.
For all kinds of segments. As Meredith described, you gave great examples there.
Yes, for sure. So her target market starts there, and it's someone who is professional, someone who already, who doesn't have enough time to think about this anyway, and she's doing family trips, bucket list trips. For the most part, though, she's doing European travel. Maybe it's a river cruise combined with a pre-end post, that's FIT, or she's just doing a full-on FIT for a family, or full-on FIT for a couple celebrating a 25-year anniversary. But that is what she's doing.
Yes.
And I know there's a lot of you out there like, that's what I want to do.
And so when we say our tip, and if you want to do that too, give a like or a love here. And if when we say our tip of the week is get clear on your ideal client, we hear, my ideal client. So Meredith will hear this on the mentoring call for gift. And by the way, when we say Belkis Pastor of Distinct Vacations is our member shout out of the week, that has to do with being a gift member. This is powered by Gift. So if you want to meet Belkis and be engaged with other members like Belkis, just join Gift. It's super easy. So just go to gift with an E membership.com. We'll drop a link in here, and we always give a shout out to a member, obviously, in the Gift community. So if we said that and kind of glazed over it, and part of Gift is a group coaching program, Travel Entrepreneur Success Academy, that Belkis is a part of. And so, Meredith, during our mentoring calls, one of the benefits of Gift is a mentoring call, right? And so they call and ask you a question, and I hear this all the time. Well, my ideal client is they're cruisers. When somebody says that, what's your response to that?
It's not clear enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
Or you say, my ideal client are river cruisers.
Right.
That's not what Belkis is clear on.
No. She's clear on the demographics, the psychographics, and the reason why she's clear on it is because she's done the process of what we teach in the Make Money Selling Travel Blueprint.
Our signature product.
Which is, you have to create a message, a core compelling message, which then gets sprinkled into your brand. But so many people pick a name and they jump to a logo design without going through the work of crafting a core compelling message. And the work of crafting a core compelling message begins with identifying your brilliance, which is how you build your business from the inside out. There's brilliance. What do you mean by brilliance? We all have a brilliance, a unique set of gifts, talents, skills, whatever that we're born with, experiences, wisdom. And we are here not to hoard our brilliance, but to share it with others and make a difference in others' lives so that we can, and that's very fulfilling. When you use your brilliance to make a positive impact on somebody else's life, it feels really, really good.
Now, Meredith, you just you said that very quickly because it comes so naturally to you because this is what you've been teaching from the beginning of Gift, right? And I really want to anchor in on, I really want everybody to just take a moment to really soak in what Meredith just said. I mean, doesn't that feel so much better?
So much better.
Isn't that such a better way to run a business and live your best life and step into your fullest potential? Is if you're coming from a place of how can I serve? How can I give? Not how do I get? When you throw things on social media like BOGO, free upgrades, deal, promo, so this is going on right. That's like very get, gimme. It just feels desperate, you know. But if you come from this place that Meredith described and tapping into what your soul's purpose is and what your brilliance is and what you're good at and how you can be of service, it just feels so much better.
Well, and it also causes your marketing to shift from a get place to a give place. And when you make that shift, your marketing becomes magnetic. And that's kind of the what I preach all day, every day.
And I know, and I'm going to give a little shout out to Royal Caribbean. There was an email that got hit my inbox just before going live, and I know they've got a wow sale going on. So I'm not saying, I want to qualify this, I'm not saying to not take advantage of their amazing resources they have or to promote the fact that there's this awesome sale going on. But the difference is, are you blasting it? Because if you are, then you're not clear on who your ideal client is. Or are you meaningfully figuring out who in your network this would really be of service to and contacting them and saying, hey, family of so-and-so, I know you've been wanting to do this multi-generational cruise. Well, guess what? Royal Caribbean has this amazing sale going on right now, so now's a really good time to put your deposit down. That's different. So there's a shift there.
There's definitely a shift.
You need to know who your ideal client is.
So this brings us to the mindset tip of the week, which is if you're feeling cloudy on who your ideal client is, or here's probably a greater indicator that you need the mindset tip, is that you really, really want that ideal client too, the same one that Belkis is going after. Maybe it doesn't have to be Europe, but you still want that
the luxury
person who's willing to spend and stay at 5-star hotels and let you arrange everything and trust you and value you and let you do the design work. If that's what you really, really want, but you're like, how does she do it?
They exist?
That is who I want, but I'm not. It's not that I'm not clear on it. I just don't believe I can attract it. And the reason why you don't believe it, or that they're out there, that's true, is because you don't believe in your own worthiness.
Yes. That's a big one.
So
let's pluck that weed, shall we?
Our mindset tip of the week is identify. The first step in like a whole worthiness thing is to surrender and make peace with where you are. Yes, I do have a worthiness issue. I probably don't believe I deserve great clients, or I
that I don't deserve to work with a 6-figure client.
Right. I don't.
Who am I?
I'm not worthy
to work
of
with them.
Working with someone who makes a lot more money than I do, right, and can spend a lot more money than I can.
Or they're more well traveled than me, so I'm not worthy of helping them with their vacation.
Yeah, you might actually have tons of money to spend, but still not feel worthy
because you've not done a river cruise yet, or you've not done the over the water bungalows at Bora Bora, and so you don't. And you know,
you don't want to make a mistake. You know that they're going to be demanding.
That's
people.
Worthiness issues.
That's all worthiness issues. So how do you go from accepting that you have a worthiness issue to healing it and getting past it? Is to own your value, and that's really the whole process of identifying your message and crafting your core compelling message. Is if you begin with understanding what I'm saying, that you have a brilliance, you have a medicine, is another word I like to use. You have your own unique set of skills, gifts, talents, wisdom, experience, all of it. We all have our own unique set of that. And you're gifted with it when you're born, and it does get developed through life.
Or suppressed.
Well, I mean, it gets developed because you add to it with experiences. You know, when you have a failure, you learn from it. So you are born with it. It is something that's within you. And so because of it, you have value. You are worthy. You are worthy because you can actually take a breath. You know, so you're in this life, and as long as you're living, you are worthy and have value to give to the world. And that's the first step in healing the whole lack of worthiness issue. And then the next step is to really get clear on what that value is. What is your brilliance? What have you done already that has had a positive impact in other people's lives? I'm sure there are countless things, and if you go and ask people who know you really, really well,
they'll tell you.
They will tell you what your brilliance is. It's something that we are programmed in our society to, you know, not stick out, not stand taller than somebody else, you know. So we're programmed to be humble. But owning your value is not being humble.
It's not about being showy. It's about stepping into your fullest potential.
Exactly.
And when you're in your fullest potential, then you can be of service. And so, Meredith, this is pretty deep for a Travel Talk Live. So my big question here is, what does this have to do with your travel business?
It has everything. Because if you want to attract the kind of client that Belkis is attracting, or somebody else that you know that inspires you that is attracting, or maybe it's big groups. I don't know what it is, but if you want to attract what you're clear on what you want to attract, and you're not doing it, you need to do some of this work.
And how do you know if it's bothering you? A simple thing is, like, do you get triggered if, like, your neighbor or your own family member or a college roommate or an ex-coworker books a trip without consulting you and then post about it on Facebook, or just you find out that they booked something when they could have come to you with it? Does that bother you? Does that trigger you to get upset about it?
Right.
That's a good indication that you're having worthiness issues, because let
not
them
owning your value.
Just let them.
Yeah.
You know, there's other clients.
Not a good match.
It's just not a good match
Not a
for
good
that
match.
particular. It doesn't mean anything.
Or
That's the problem. People put too
could
much
be
meaning
a good
in this.
match. It's just you haven't been out there with your value, so that person wasn't booked because
they don't know.
that person wasn't aware of your value.
Yeah.
So it's time to start owning your value.
And this is why, as a profession, we're invisible.
Exactly.
And speaking of our profession, that leads us into news and travel.
News and travel.
Right? Our next segment of our little Travel Talk Live show here is that tomorrow is Travel Agent Day.
Woo-hoo!
The American Society of Travel Agents, ASTA, has designated tomorrow, Wednesday, May 2nd, as National Travel Agent Day. So what does this mean? Well, it's a really fantastic opportunity to step into your brilliance, to own your value, and to, you know, inspire from your social media channels or your email marketing or however you feel comfortable, talking about your value
profession.
and your profession and how you are of service. In fact, a lot of the members of our gift community and in our sister company, our host agency, Gifted Travel Network, we've actually put together a little toolkit we're going to be giving out. But one of the biggest things that I want to recommend travel agents do tomorrow, that I'm telling our agents in our community to do, is just go live. Go live on Facebook. Use this amazing platform and just start talking to your people.
Cool is it to think about if there were hundreds of people who are going live on Facebook and just talking about, hey,
travel agents, we exist.
I'm Mary so-and-so.
And I love travel.
And I own such and such travel agency.
And here's how I'm of service.
Today, I want to tell you all about what I do and why I do it and when it makes a good time to use me. And that's it. It's that simple. I think that...
And inspire with an amazing trip.
Using Travel Agent Day as a platform, it's to diffuse the invisible problem. Yeah. Invisibleness to get our profession a whole lot more visible. I think it's as simple as literally just getting out there and telling people about yourself.
Yeah.
Because how many times have you been somewhere and you have a conversation where you meet someone new and you tell them what you do and they're like, oh, I didn't know travel agents still existed. I mean, I want to roll my eyes every time I hear that because I still hear it. I still hear it. And part of the reason why we're so invisible still, and you get that response still, is because we're not visible. We don't have storefronts anymore, and you're not doing an e-zine like I keep recommending you do.
Weekly electronic newsletter.
Or you're not going live, you're not absolutely using all of the resources you have to give some solidity to your profession. So
and if you agree with that, give a like or a love and a comment. And if you're going to go live tomorrow for Travel Agent Day, I'm actually going to, you should do this too. I'm like making you accountable on air, so don't do it if you don't want to. What I'm going to do, and hopefully you're inspired to do it too, but we can't do it at the same time.
Okay.
Is I'm going to go.
I'll do that.
I'm going to go live.
Yeah.
On Vanessa McGovern, But what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask some of my agents. I'm going to tell them what time I'm going to go live. And but you have to do this from your mobile device, and there's a very specific reason. Because if you go live from your mobile device, and then others are watching you from their mobile device. So let's just say you've got 5 members of our community that are watching your live. You can invite them on and they can talk to your audience.
Okay.
So I want to invite some of our travel agent friends to be on my live with me.
Right.
I want to shine a light on them.
Yeah.
So I think that would be really fun tomorrow. So if you're friends with me on Facebook, you might see that at some point during the day. And if you're a travel agent in our community, jump on the live and I'll possibly call on you. And you can tell the story of the hurricane and how you had to completely reconfigure your client's vacation. Or you can tell the story of the luxury client that had the booking all done and dusted at this most amazing centrally located Parisian hotel. But then as they were boarding their overnight flight, the water main of the hotel broke, flooded the hotel. The hotel had to be shut down. And while the family was en route for this once in a lifetime trip, you got the call, you rerouted them, you figured it out, you had the driver pick them up and take them to the new hotel, and the new hotel greeted them, and you made it seamless. If you had done that on your own, good luck trying to figure out. You can tell the stories of how you saved the day, and you can inspire. I want to put a spotlight on that.
Yeah, I want to put a spotlight on just the fact that travel agents still exist, and the ones that do are amazing.
Amazing.
They're talented. They have so much to offer, and you said it. I love repeating what you keep saying, but just because you can do your taxes, file your own tax return, doesn't mean you should, doesn't mean you want to, not necessarily. So just because you can manage your own investments,
here's one,
do you?
A little frivolous.
Should you?
We could go and get like a do-it-yourself highlight kit.
Yes.
We could do our own hair. Do we?
No.
That's not a good idea.
Don't DIY your vacation.
Don't
Stop the
do
madness.
it. Stop it.
Stop the madness.
So we have 2 minutes left on our little 30-minute show. If you found great value in what we had to say and you love this topic, please go ahead and give a like or a love here. Leave a comment. Let us know what really stood out to you. We really want to hear from you. Let us know that this is valuable, so we'll keep the good vibes going for the show. Just to summarize again, Belka's pastor of Distinct Vacations, if you joined us late, she is our member shout out of the week for how she just fearlessly steps into entrepreneurship from a very boxed corporate background, right?
And she had a lot of the same fears and anxieties.
Oh, for sure.
And she did a lot of what we see people doing that keeps them stuck. But she let go.
She
Just
did.
let
She
go
totally
of everything
let go.
and start believing. I think that's really what's big for her.
Yeah,
she just really believes and trusts.
Yeah, believes and
and
trusts.
It's all amazing.
It is all amazing. And she inspired the tip of the week too, which is to get clear on your ideal client. Meredith shared amazing mindset information on worthiness and how to pluck that weed and reframe it. So if you joined late in the game, rewatch the show.
Ooh.
And then our news and travel is that tomorrow is Travel Agent Day.
Travel Agent
So
Day.
go live tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Don't be perfect. Don't worry if it's not scripted. Just have a framework and just go live and just do it. And even if you have a small audience, you can boost the post, you can reshare it, you can download the video from Facebook, you can re-upload it to Instagram or YouTube. There's so many things to do with that video. Just do it. Go live. We see a lot of people in here. Awesome. Jan, Emer, Lori Johnson, nice to hear from you. And Marion Rose. Hey, Marion, congratulations on your travel talk show. I saw that. That's amazing. Yes, tomorrow. And then we've got Jan, Kim Milnes. It's so we miss you too, Kim. So give a like or a love for the show if you're really excited about the content. Share the show too. You can just hit the share button, share it, and say,
Oh, I know.
oh, tell us.
A little teaser. I have a teaser for you as we sign off. If you're not a gift member,
Oh,
I have a really good reason why it's time to become one.
oh yeah.
Because
So
today,
it's a big
this
one.
week's how-to video is going to be me.
Which, by the way, it's a new benefit and gift.
New benefit and gift.
We deliver a video, a how-to practical, super implementable tip. And
Yes.
so, and we've done this is going to be our 4th week in a row. So you did
Yes.
it this week.
So, well, I haven't done it yet.
Oh, but
this
you will have
week's
it done.
How-to video is drum roll. I need a drum roll, please. This week's how-to video is how to deal with rejection.
Ooh.
So it's a mindset how-to.
Yeah, we had a lot of practical.
So far, we've done practical how-tos, but we're going to do switch it up. We're going to do a mindset how-to.
How to deal with rejection.
And so if you want to know how to deal with rejection, whether it's from clients or suppliers or maybe even in your own personal life, it's all the same. If you want to know how to do it, then you have
Be a
to become
member.
a gift member.
It's so
and then
easy.
You can watch
It's
this
only
week's how-to video.
$19.99 a month. And if the only reason why you stick your toe in is to listen to this video and then you decide those crazy blondes are not what they say they are. There is not a lot of content in here at all. I'm just going to go ahead and cancel. You can. So it's $19.99 a month, cancel anytime, how-to videos, latest benefits, super consumable, and very inspirational. So thanks for doing that video this week.
Yep. Awesome.
So giftwithanemembership.com. Go to giftwithanemembership.com. If you're watching this and you're not a gift member, it's super easy. So everyone, thank you for joining us on Travel Talk Live 3rd episode. Really great that you're here with us. And if you follow me on Instagram, and if you're not following me on Instagram, look for me, Travel Biz Coach. The reason why you want to follow me is that I'm going to be doing some fun Insta stories from the Bliss this weekend. Meredith and I will be on, and we'll talk about that next week. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.